Oh, hello, Spirit House here. This is like part two of my last video on for chosen ones and lightworkers, how to protect yourself. Okay, there's a couple of there's one correction actually, and some clarifications I want to give, plus some added tips and advice. Um, the one correction that I had was really silly when I was talking about incense and offerings on your altar. I said activated charcoal, which is actually something that you take to soak up toxins in your body. It's like in a capsule. I meant self-igniting charcoal for raw incense. Okay, self-igniting. Activated charcoal is something from my naturopath, like, you know, master herbalist thing. Okay, it's to soak up toxins in the body. You take it in capsules, so it's not activated charcoal that you light raw incense on. It's actually self-igniting charcoal. So I wanted to correct that. And also I wanted to say, you know, really wanted to clarify when I said that I pray for my kingdom spouse, or, okay, in my case, I have a twin flame and I have a kingdom spouse. Okay, my twin flame, even though I pray for him and I have, a love for him, I will never, ever, ever, ever accept him into my life, or my space in this lifetime, because we were there to teach each other lessons, and they don't, or as far as I know and intuitively, they are not willing to change and stuff, and that's fine. I'm fine with that, honestly, I am. Because we all must live for ourselves and go, we're all at different stages in our journey, and he's not equally yoked to me, and I've just been through a lot more. I think my soul's a lot older than his, and that's cool. That's fine. But I'll always love him and pray for him. But even though he tried to like actually kill me and take me out as a spiritual assassin, I'm fine with that. Or maybe it was a false flame, but a strong soul, old soul contract or a soul tie. Either way, I've left that behind and I've cut all cords. But, I still wish them the best. I don't wish any ill will on them, even though they try to bind me nightly and whatever. I don't care. It doesn't bother me anymore. I'm so used to it. But, I know that I have a kingdom spouse. And what I meant by I pray for him even though I don't know him, I actually know him intuitively. I just have never met him in the 3D. Okay, that's what I meant by that. So anyway, if you know, you know. But it's a little complicated, when you're very, you know, if you know, you know. Anyway, and also another word of encouragement I wanted to give you, as far as like, like I was talking about isolation spells in my last video. I wanted to tell you, just don't let that, even though it can be painful. When you're first experiencing it, you don't know what's going on. But I told you what was going on, or what it feels like to have that being cast on you. So, if you realize what's going on, force yourself to just power through it as best you can. Force yourself to still go out and take those measures that I told you about in my last video, because you really need to get out in nature and get out of the house, especially if you're kind of a, recluse or an introvert, or just you enjoy time alone. It can be really hard, especially if you're a Scorpio or certain signs. I'm a Scorpio sun, Cancer moon, and a Capricorn rising in my North Node. So, I'm very, can get comfortable in my comfort zone, but I force myself to like get out of that. And I'm very adaptable to change, even though, you know, I can tend to want to get in my comfort zone. But when change comes around, I can adapt to it. I'm very good at death, rebirth, and transformation. So just, you know, push yourself a little bit. Push yourself to be social. Push yourself a little bit, you know. Um, and I'm taking my own advice too here. So, yeah. So, kingdom spouse, what I mean by that is a high level soulmate. Twin flame could also be a high level soulmate, but they may not be following the right path, and a lot of times it could be the polar opposite of you. So if you're really like, and it's because the universe needs balance. There's a bit higher purpose to this, and you hope and pray that your twin flame will become awakened. But sometimes when you're in an ancient, there's been various karmic cycles repeated among one or the other throughout lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, and the same adversaries come into play lifetimes after lifetime, that were sent by the devil. Then you can really, they can go, one of them can turn the wrong way. So, you've heard that, like when you're talking about, twins, and in real life, paternal or maternal twins or identical twins, or there could be an evil one and a good one, and there is really no such, there's just balance. So sometimes it takes the polar opposite to balance out things in the universe if you have a higher purpose. So sometimes, you know either way, God will work it out to where it will work out for the higher good of everyone, for the highest good of everyone on the globe. So I just want to say that about twin flames, but I don't think that people should romanticize it and, have false hopes, or, just this whole matrix facade, because that's not what twin flames are about at all. So I pray for my twin flame, and I'll always love my twin flame, but they will never be a part of my life in this lifetime in the 3D. Okay. And that's something we have to accept. But many of us also have a higher level soulmate, also AKA kingdom spouse, that we can actually build and grow with, that is on equally yoked and on the same level as us. So that's something I wanted to kind of give advice about also. And also, another thing about cleansing your space, I told you about cleansing your body, and things, and helping you sleep, like with the salt and all that in my last video. But I also wanted to share, sage is really good. Pine cones are good, burning pine cones. But if you don't, like, say, I care for my mother, and she has COPD, so I don't want to have smoke in the house. Okay. So bells, I have this huge string of Tibetan bells that I've collected over the years, and I strung them in this macrame cord so that they're stagnated, and they're like all, they're not clinging right together. But it's something that I can grab at the bottom of, it's braided macrame cord, and the bells are braided into it, and they're old Tibetan bells, and then I wave it back and forth, and it's about, I don't know, 4 feet long, with large bells, and that really clears energy. It's protective, which is why I made those. Sorry, my earpiece just fell out. But you know, it's clearing of energy. Bells are protection, which is also why I make those silver, solid silver bell necklaces, like with the Indian, or the Tibet. I'm sorry, they're not Tibetan. They're I can't think of the name right now. I'm sorry. They're not like they're like 99.9% silver, and it's from another country, and I'm not thinking of it right now because of Mercury retrograde, which is affecting my speech and communication. A lot of us, I've noticed, it's affecting because we're in Mercury retrograde. So it's like really hard sometimes to like come up with things to say. But oh, Thailand. It's Thai silver. Anyway, I make these necklaces that are, it's a solid silver chain, and then I attach bells all along it, and it's like, It's really a beautiful, like, light sound when you walk. It's a necklace. But anyway, I can make anklets and stuff like that too. But I'm not trying to, like, sell things. I don't even have a connection to a pay source right now because I'm trying to provide everything for free. But anyway, yeah, bells are a great way to clear your space if you don't want to burn sage or burn things in your household. Like some people have problems, respiratory problems. So maybe you don't want to have that smell in your house or you don't want to do that. So bells are a great way. Also, if like in your living room you have a, a, a TV, that has a smart TV, you can get on YouTube and do some evil eye, uh, or just like evil eye aura cleansing, household cleansing, you know, um, videos that actually cleanse evil eye from the house and turn it up loud, and that's the way you can cleanse your entire space. Also, you know, um, you can go around the house and say prayers and rebuke and condemn and return to sender, which is on to the next subject. Um, and sweep and clean also. And clean your mirrors with ammonia because a lot of people are doing mirror magic. Clean your mirrors with ammonia or just take them down altogether. Okay. I mean, I know in the bathroom and stuff it's not practical, but clean them with ammonia or anything, Windex. Just clean them often, okay? I cover my mirrors actually in my house at night, so yeah, I do that too. But anyway, um, what was I speaking about? I was about to go on to a next topic, and I kind of lost my train of thought again. But also, Reiki and crystal singing bowls are good. The only Reiki healer that I trust on YouTube, because you can do reverse Reiki too and drain people's energy. So I'm really skeptical. I'm skeptical about everything, honestly. I use my intuition. So for Reiki, I love Healing and Beyond. It's Healing and Beyond on YouTube. And Crystal Singing Bowls. I love Healing Vibrations. And the owner of that channel also has another channel called Chakra Vibrations. And it's Crystal Singing Bowls. They're awesome. Um, There's also like temple sounds. I love temple sounds. It's a man in Northern California that lives near the Redwoods, and he is awesome. He does Tibetan singing bowls, you know, and he's really good. There's also Nature Sounds, who's a wonderful young man that does, flute and harp and all kinds of stuff. These are all good. I trust more people that are playing live during the recording of their albums other than just these frequency things and stuff like that, because there's a lot that can go on there and subliminals and just different things, which I don't trust, honestly. But yeah, those are three great channels on YouTube. Nature Sounds, Temple Sounds, Healing Vibrations, Chakra Vibrations, and Healing and Beyond Reiki. Okay, and that will remove evil eye as well. Okay, um, you know, another thing is if you pray or do mantras, whatever, um, I daily pray to break all soul ties and false contracts that weren't made between me and the Most High and my angels for my highest good. I pray daily to break all soul contracts. I renounce them from all timelines and dimensions. Okay? That's really important to do. Um, and anybody that's trying to reestablish energetic cords towards me, I also do daily cord cuttings. I know it's a lot, but this is some stuff you have to do if you're going through this kind of warfare. Okay, daily cord cutting, daily. And you could even ask Archangel Michael, you can ask Raphael, You can ask Metatron, they'll do it for you, okay? You don't have to go through the whole ceremony with the candles and the bindings and all that stuff. I don't believe in that. But I don't believe you have to do that. I don't have to do that. Anyway, that's really important. Also, another point is when I said that you need to submerge your head in the salt water, or I said that I didn't say anybody needs to. I'm just giving advice, right? You can do whatever you want. But, and I said the salt water dries out your skin, but you can moisturize it. You can put moisturizer on afterwards. But with your hair, okay, from submerging yourself in the salt water daily for the spiritual baths, I usually use a high quality conditioner. I don't really buy separate leave-in conditioner, but I use a high quality conditioner or argan oil after the salt bath, and then I put it in my hair, and then I comb it through, and it's beautiful. I mean, I have really thick curly hair for what I'm part Native American, but I look like a pale white girl, okay? And I have an afro. If I combed my hair out when it was dry, it would look like an afro. Okay? So it's really curly. But what I do after the salt baths, I leave the salt in my hair. I don't rinse it out because it's protection, right? But I get like a quarter size of conditioner, really good rich conditioner, or argan oil, or like 2 squirts of argan oil, and then I rub it around on my palms, and I work it through. I first put a little bit on my ends, and then I work it through from my scalp to the ends, and then I comb it through after I get out of the bath, and your hair looks beautiful afterwards, and it's not dry from the salt water. But you still have the salt in your hair to protect you in your crown chakra when you're sleeping. So that's really important. So that's a way to protect your hair. And my hair looks better than it's looked in a long time right now. And also, the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is return to sender. You have every right, when you are aware that people are sending you malicious spirits, malicious magic to you, wishing horrid things on you. Like, when you're an intuitive, you're psychic, you're an empath, what's being sent. After a while, if you become a warrior, a veteran, you know what's being sent to you when, every moment of the day. And you just just as a prophylactic, even if you don't know, prophylactically, if you don't know what that means, it's just in case, type thing. Like with medicine, it's like, well, we're going to give this just in case to prevent this, because it's likely that it will happen, or there's this much probability that it will happen, so we're going to give this medicine, so prophylactically, you just want to daily, or anytime you feel weird energy, or especially during the night, if you feel like somebody's sending you binding magic, which is nightly for me. Somebody tries to bind me and send me root magic every single night of my life. So what you do when you wake up to pray, you, especially like around midnight or 3, if you wake up, you can just basically pray, thank you for all you're blessed for, and then bless my going out and my coming in. Please bless my day, Lord. It's really a time to really commune and get close to God, and just speak like every day as if you were speaking to someone you really love, and you just, pray for your loved ones and all that, and go through that, and thank you for another day and protecting me through the night. Thank you for your guidance, support, and protection, things like that. But also, you can absolutely have every right to return everything to sender. That's not black magic. People that are sending you dark magic, and oh, this is a very important point that I wanted to bring up in this video. I'm glad I thought of it. Was that what I consider personally dark magic, and many people may not, but is anything that manipulates the free will of another. Anything that forces the will of another. anything that goes against the natural flow of the universe and the nature of things. So that even includes love spells. Yes, I include love spells as dark magic because it's manipulating someone to make a decision that they may not otherwise make or want because of your selfish needs and your greed. Okay, so that's dark magic. Anything like that. Anything that manipulates the free will of another or tries to diverge them from their natural choices, natural flow in the universe. So that's what I consider dark magic. But at any rate, you have every right when you feel these things are happening or you know these things are happening to return it to sender immediately tenfold. And I do that. I do return to senders probably 20 times a day because I feel that 20 times a day. And, it's, you have every right. That's a defense mechanism. It's not an assault. It's a defense. And so a lot of times what happens is when these karmic or evil individuals start, get the return to senders or get their karma, then they start yelling and crying and acting like the victim and saying, oh, they're doing black magic on me. No, I'm just sending back the energy that you sent me. I'm rejecting your mental projections, your psychic attacks, and your stupid black magic. I'm rejecting that and I'm just sending it back to its original owner, its originator. And that is accepted by the Lord also. You have every right to do that, to protect yourself and on behalf of your loved ones, especially the smaller ones that cannot advocate for themselves, cannot pray, yet. So you have every single right to do that. And yes, they're going to act the victims because most of them are, not right in the head. They're not in the right mind space, or they're psychotic, or they're narcissistic. And so they're going to point the finger at you and act the damsel in distress, cry, try to manipulate. And also another thing, another form of dark magic is to me is it's basically, okay, let me simplify this. What I should have said originally. Dark magic is any spoken word or rite or ritualistic practice that is for the detriment of someone else. It means to harm someone else or manipulate words, psychic, thoughts or actions. Okay? Any of that can be dark magic. Dark prayers. There are actually people that take verses from the Bible and act like they're Christians. These are the biggest blasphemers in the universe. Okay, because they take God's name and then they twist it, take verses from the Bible to curse other people. Okay, and that is also dark magic. So there's many forms, many forms. And the devil, is a bastard, and will come through many people that are weak-willed, that don't have the strength of character or the strength to withstand the manipulation. So that's what I wanted to talk about. All of that is dark magic. It can be somewhat a word witch. It can be anything. There's many forms. So just, it's your intentions, the pureness of your heart, and that's what is the difference between prayer and dark magic. I mean, there's a lot involved, and a lot of people don't think about it that way, but that's what it is. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I just wanted to clarify a few things and then add to that last video. It's kind of a part 2. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.